February 12th, February 25th, New Style. The memory of St. Anthony, Patriarch of Constantinople. St. Anthony was born in Asia, but his entire life, from infancy to blessed repose, unfolded in the capital of the Greek Empire, Constantinople. The Venerable One was nurtured in this city, spent his childhood and youth, received education, and eventually became a bishop. There were many signs of his high church service in the episcopal rank. Among other things, even as a child, he attentively observed how the proskomedia was performed, how to handle the censer, and in general, how to conduct the divine liturgy in the church. Thus, from his early childhood, the grace of God prepared the Venerable One for the performance of divine services. Upon reaching adulthood, St. Anthony entered monasticism in one of the Constantinople monasteries and valiantly began to endure the struggles of monastic life. The rigor of his ascetic endeavors soon attracted attention, and against his will he was first ordained a presbyter and then, by the order of the Patriarch, appointed as an abbot. During this time, the father of the Venerable One also entered monasticism. While shouldering the new responsibilities of abbacy, St. Anthony invariably continued his usual ascetic labors, remaining in constant vigilance, fasting, and unceasing prayers. During this time, he also engaged in distributing alms to the poor with his own hands. At a time when this great ascetic, during his laborious monastic life, performed acts of mercy, someone once brought him a sack of gold and handing it to him said, "Take this for the distribution to the poor." At these words, only the hand holding the sack of gold appeared to the Venerable One, and the donor himself remained invisible. From that time on, the Venerable One began to distribute alms abundantly to all who were worthy. The time came when the patriarchal throne in Constantinople became vacant, and by unanimous election of the Episcopal Council and the Emperor, Venerable Anthony was elevated to the patriarchal throne of Constantinople. At this time he was already in old age, but regardless of the weakness of his elderly strength, strengthened by the power of the Holy Spirit, he visited all the churches of his patriarchate, overcoming his temporary ailments as much as possible through the power of prayer. Observing the difficult situation of the clergy due to a lack of material resources, St. Anthony alleviated their plight with generous financial assistance. Thousands of beggars always greeted him at the entrance to the church, and he provided alms to all of them. In general, for many, he was a servant in many ways. Having performed numerous miracles, St. Anthony passed away in deep old age,